Alright. Hello. Nobody here yet? Okay. Yeah, good to see you, Adam. I'm feeling slightly better. Let's see if we can get this running. Are we getting game audio? Can you hear me?
We do, Edge.
Me here. Vincent. All those sums. See gold.
Many boost prelitis.
Tunas cognitum dua. We do nostra defensive.
D.
Posset cognitum.
The video keeps acting kind of funny.
Fergus. Devon, Estepeltina, and Penier. S. The Peltoner Impenier. Tues nostem Raestem. Noster Defensio. Hec. Exceller Impelnier. Te omnio aude Gescalde. Peril! Vilcus Miscentis!
Hostis?
Hi, Tetris fan.
栄華を誇った文明が滅んで数千年。かつての力を失った人類は自らが生み出した遺伝子改造による生物兵器に脅かされつつ黄昏の時代を過ごしていた。だが失われた文明の力を借りた帝国が出現した時から再び時代は回り始めた。帝国の手によって発掘された9世紀の兵器は人類の生存を脅かす多数の巨大生物を撃退し、再び我らの時代が来たと人々を歓喜させる。しかし力は欲望を生み、欲望は戦乱を生む。帝国と同じく9世紀の力を手に入れた周辺国家との戦争は深刻化の一途をたどる。自らの優勢を保つため、帝国は9世紀の遺跡の発掘を強引に進める一方で、帝都に大規模な研究機関を設け、わずかずつではあるが、古の時代の謎に迫ろうとしていた。
Okay, these little hiccups in the video are a little troubling. I hope that disappears.
Trader important. Now, force the tema rebel proceeds.
Munikats! Muheoles Magwell Matthew! Yaxim!
Nada awe. En metos de yena.
Cards, Venia Deni, Kunipas, Axiom Velops.
Hi, King Wagman. This is Panzer Dragoon Saga on the Sega Saturn. There's Azel. In Japan, this game was known as Panzer Dragoon Azel, rather than Panzer Dragoon Saga. He's a jolly fellow.
があったんです。ラオスでポルスプレスタ。
デノスターだな、アーボー。
トゥンゲス。
ラオス、エスペメ。
ジャンデレスクレイメン。
レスフローターフェスティーナ。ウシェセンチュリア・デニレ。
Oh, okay. See, talk to you later, King Wagman. I think I have to fix the stream here because it looks like part of the dialogue's getting cut off. Oopsie doodle.
Pialitus e crimen, nole motarsem impenia. Des diulangius impenia banas, dicia dev ergaterium. Impenia rizur winter, telium diu atrefta.
Dena.
Faniba crimen. Nurgeskerde banyara praia teriu. Tuduva escatanaus gurigum origum.
Alright, so Edge is our main character, but here we actually get to name ourselves. Turns out to be a reason for that at the end of the game, if you make it to the end of Disc 4 of 4. So what are we going to name our character? And by character, I mean... what are we going to name the person who's controlling Edge? Let's see if that helps matters. Shadow. All right. Alright, let's say, no, that's not my real name. Oh. Okay, this is my real name. Now we get a Dargon. Yeah, I don't know how to stop that flickering. Last time I tried this, it wasn't doing that. Of course, last time I played this, it was on a different computer, so we'll see.
生きてる
Hmm.
助かったの早く上に戻らないと隊長たちが
An ancient gun with a dragon design. What's that doing here? Oh, those look friendly. Hi, friendly things. I will love them and hug them and name them George. There's our starting dragon. Friendship! Friendship! King Wagman, I guess I'm doing better, yeah. My eye is still acting up once in a while. That's okay. I just put lubricating eye drops in there once in a while. Well, you go to Twitch and get the stream key from them, and you put it into OBS, and you're pretty much all set. It depends upon what you want to capture.
だいぶ流されたな。早く発掘所に戻らないと。だけどこのドラゴン、どうやったら言うことを聞いてくれるんだろう。
They usually have tutorials on Twitch for how to set up. Most of those are going to run through DOSBox. Some of them, OBS might have trouble capturing as a game. So you may have to just tell it to capture a specific window. And then you should be fine. As long as you just... you shouldn't have to do a monitor capture. What's the objective of this game? Adam, it's an RPG where basically initially we're going to be against these Empire separatists trying to get revenge for killing our friends who worked in the mine, but it'll get a little more complicated than that. everybody's aiming for this doomsday weapon called the Tower. So right now they're just kind of teaching me how to fly. This canyon is a tutorial area, more or less. So for those who don't know, Panzer Dragoon was sort of the initial killer app, if you will, on Sega Saturn. They made 2 of them and then released, much later was this game. Unfortunately, by that point, the Saturn was pretty much dead in the US and no retailers agreed to carry it. Sega did a piss poor job of marketing it, and so, I mean, while it got a bit of press in you know, like the gaming mags, there were no advertisements elsewhere. There was nothing done to really ensure it was going to be available at retail. So, you know, all of us who owned a Saturn went looking for the game, and nobody could find one to save their life. So none of us ever got to play it until very recently, when Saturn emulation really became a viable thing. Copies of the game were so rare that, you know, they even like 15, 20 years ago it would go for several $100s. Now it costs you at least $1,000 to get a legitimate copy of a US released version of Panzer Dragoon Saga. It is a good game. It has a very unique combat system. I think one thing you have to understand is that I guess a lot of the Sega of America probably didn't have much faith in this, because by this point Final Fantasy VIII was already out. You know, it just didn't look good in comparison to what the PlayStation had to offer at the time. But it's really a great game, and I would rather play this any day than Final Fantasy VIII.
隊長生きてたのかよく無事で隊長早く行け奴らは谷に沿って北へ向かってるあの男クレイメンたちを追え本物の帝国軍が来る前にクレイメン誰なんですそいつはそれになんで追わなきゃならないんです帝国の特務部隊黒い艦隊を率いる男の話を聞いたことがあるおそらくは奴がここを見れば帝国は俺たちを疑うあの発掘物を奪回する
Well, yeah, keep in mind when it was released, it would have retailed for $50 or so. So one of the interesting things about this game, in comparison though to say Square's Soft's RPG output on the PlayStation, is that the entire game is rendered in real time. When you look at something like Final Fantasy VIII again, all the backgrounds are pre-rendered. All the environments are pre-rendered. except when you get into a fight, in which case it generates what's seen on the camera. But this game is running everything at the same time. It's taking advantage of the way that the Saturn rendered polygons. The textures may not look as great, but it's doing more than it's trying to do more. It's more ambitious than anything that was available on the PlayStation at the time. I think the PlayStation would eventually catch up to this sort of thing when they tried to do stuff like Vagrant Story. All the dialogue in this game is voice acted too, but they couldn't get English voice actors for it, so it's all in Japanese with English subtitles. Alright. So we should be getting into our first fight soon. We found out who our current enemy is, a general named Kramen. So he's formed a splinter group from the Empire that controls the region. So we can use the dragon to target and interact with items in the background, like so. We can go into these tunnels here if we wish, and wander around. Yeah, it's absolutely a shame that it's $1,000. Yeah, and I would not spend $1,000 for... I mean, it's not a game that's worth $1,000, but... I mean, that's where we are, in terms of if you want a legit copy of it. So here we are, we're about to get in our first fight. So... much like with what Squaresoft had been doing since Final Fantasy IV came out, these battles all take place in real time. Your gauges charge up to give you the ability to fight back. The more gauges you have, the more stuff you can do in a round. Not that well, King Wagman. It's much better than it was, that's for sure. But it's often a headache to get it to work right. Let's see here. Did I miss something back this way? I think I did. But basically, just like with the rail shooter versions of Panzer Dragoon 1 and 2, Panzer Dragoon Orta, we have two types of weapons we can make use of. We can use the Dragon's Breath, or we can use our gun. The Dragon's Breath does less damage, but it can target multiple targets. Now you can see you have the red spot there when I move around the field. That indicates the enemy can attack me from that position. Okay, I did get everything back here. You often have very limited supply of healing items and things like that in this game, so you have to keep a close eye on making sure you've picked everything up. So if you see items like this that have the green rings, that indicates how many upgrades I have to get for the dragon before I can destroy that. The dragon gets a series of upgrades over the course of the game. And you can actually customize your dragon to have different, to stress different aspects of it, and it'll give it different powers accordingly. There we go, got the map for the area. Did I lose the stream on Twitch? I'm not seeing an image. There it is, okay. Alright, so we leveled up. Gained the ability to heal. A lot of these items I'm picking up here are just things I can sell later. So this team did go on to make one more Panzer Dragoon game after this on the Xbox. Panzer Dragoon Orta. It was another rail shooter. Excellent game in its own right. But they were shortly thereafter were I think it was called Team Andromeda was the name of the devs had. Sega broke them up, and a lot of them went on to form a new team that wound up working on the Sonic and Mario at the Olympic Games series of games. Mostly stuff like that. I'm not sure if they were consulted for the Panzer Dragoon 1 remake. There was no Panzer Dragoon game on the 360. I'm not sure what you're thinking of. Like I said, the final one they made, I think, was on the Xbox. Alright. Xbox One. There's a Panzer Dragoon remake that's not great. It's on every console, though. It's not just on Xbox. Alright, so we turned off those fans so we can get into the deeper gulch. A dragon was stolen from them? Could there be more dragons? Yeah, I'm watching the stream, and I'm noticing that it does seem to be misbehaving a bit. Encounters in this game are mostly randomized. I get more experience and money the faster I finish off these enemies. Sometimes it can pay off to take risks and look for their weak points, rather than stay in the safe zone. Alright, here we have our first mini-boss. So I'm just going to stay out of this swarm's way and focus on the mama bear here. Lest they get in the way. And down she goes. And I learned a new power. Yes, I did see Gamer 2000. Thank you very much. That was amazing. Great show. Adam, did you see Gamer 2000? I thought that was fantastic. I don't know about you. I don't know if you saw. I left some messages on the Video Game Valley Discord, but I was looking up stuff, and I found it was a tie-in to the movie Gamera Guardian of the Universe, which came out in 1995. Yeah, the acting was great, I thought. Yes, no, I love Gamera 2000. That was very cool. It was very Star Fox. Very Panzer Dragoon, yeah. I think, somewhere in the Video Game Valley, they did play Panzer Dragoon 1 at some point. I'd have to go back and look. So you have seen the Gamera reboot movies, okay. Gamera vs. Zegro was fun. Yeah, that's the aquarium one, right? I just remember watching those on Mystery Science Theater 3000. I think they went through every single one of the Showa era films. Nope. Oh, wrong target. Okay, that didn't kill him. This is not going well. Well, at least that killed him. Adam, I watched the VOD of Gamera 2000. I was not there to see it live. Okay, let's see here. Oh, that's right, I can take a... So let me show off one of the Berserk skills here. I'm going to go ahead and heal myself. Because I have 3 gauges, I can use this. It uses up 17 of my BP, which is my Berserk points. But now I'm fully healed. One thing I did notice while poking around on eBay is they do still... you can still get the imports of the soundtrack from Japan fairly inexpensive. So that was something I was thinking of doing, because I do like the music in this game. Any of the Panzer Dragoon games, really. I think that's the case, King Wagman. It's supposed to be the same Gyaos that appeared in the Guardian of the Universe reboot. Alright, I think I've got everything here now. Let's turn around. Alright, I think we've got another mini-boss coming up. Yep, there we go. Alright, this is pretty much second verse, same as the first. Oh, shoot, they got in the way. That should do it. Nice. Learned Holy Sphere. That'll help. More elixirs is always good to have. Yeah, I'm definitely noticing a lot of scanline hiccups here. I'm gonna have to see what I can do about because before I was running this on the Pi and on my ancient computer that I tend to test things out on first, and it was running better on that equipment than it is on this one, and this is got much better equipment in it. I just need to figure out how to get this emulator to work with the new card. No, this valley is not endless. I'm surprised Pyropus didn't show up again. I know Pyropus likes dragons. This is our first real boss fight. We're gonna be basically bullfighting this thing. This character on the creature's back is gonna turn out to be important. Move! Hide inside the cave now! Arachnoth. Oops. Got caught by the tentacles there. Okay. He's not charging me, which is unusual. Usually we get charged by now and he winds up bashing into a wall. me see if I can get his attention. There we go. He's enraged. Tetris fan, I've got a stream on Twitch and a stream on YouTube. So I'm talking to King Wagman on one end here and Adam Barber on the other, and you. That's about it. There we go. Down he goes. Sure hope that thing is dead. Well, I just fought the boss and made a new friend, Adam. We're about to meet our sidekick for most of this game. Although he's a lot more than he seems to be. You'll note he's not too surprised to see a dragon. Not much more surprised than a lot of people are, anyway. You got something there. With him, you could fight against the Empire. Oh, hold on, you got it all wrong. I'm not a Crayman. I'm a Seeker. I'm not too familiar with SpongeBob, Tetris fan, I'm afraid. Gasho. Oops, wrong button. Shoot. Get me out of here. I hit the wrong button. I didn't mean to go back in here. Oh, heck. Well, that was my mistake. Oh, I forgot to show this off before. I can do barrel rolls. Or are they ailerons? I'm not sure what the difference is. I did not mean to re-enter this dungeon. Oh well. Anybody know anything about aviation? What's the difference between an aileron and a barrel roll? I'm kind of wondering how they managed to hold on to the dragon when he turns them upside down like that. Ah, there we go. Barrel rolls move in a helix pattern, while aileron rolls just have the plane spin in a circle. Okay. Well, at least we get to save our game. Village of Canis. Here we go. So this is what Gash wanted to show us. Unfortunately, the village has been destroyed by monsters. Well, thank you, Adam, for letting me know. So I'm doing Aileron rolls, not barrel rolls. Okay.
俺はこの辺りを調べてくる。悪いがもう一晩だけ付き合ってくれ。ああ。
Star Fox lied to us. There's actually a Transformer named Aileron. She's RC's girlfriend in IDW continuity.
Hmm. で、こんなのと一緒に旅をすることになったのか。
You can see here that Gash is wearing a mask to cover up the fact that he's missing like half his face.
So りゃそうも言いたくなるさ。奴ら何度も手痛い目に遭ってるからな。まあ、その辺はあんたの方が詳しいか。傭兵とはいえ帝国にいたんだろ。で、これからどうすんだい？
隊長にはクレーメンを追えって言われた。だけどそうじゃなくても隊長やみんなの仇を討ちたい。
仇討ちか。まあ、それもいいさ。どちらにしてもよほどの目的がないと辛いからな。辺境の旅は。
じゃあ、あんたの目的は何なんだ？
俺か？聞いてどうする？
いや。
あるもの。人を探してる。絶対の客人とでも訳せばいいのかな。9世紀の記録にはそう書いてある。
絶対の客人？
悪いがそれ以上は言えんな。そのクレーメンってやつは砂漠へ向かったぜ。
え？
そのせいで砂漠の構成生物がここに攻め込んだのさ。シーカーは死んでも仲間に情報を伝える術を知ってる。この村にいた仲間が残した遺言さ。
Gash really knows how to bring us down, huh? Like standing next to him so you can see how short he really is. Alright, what are we naming the dragon? Sulfur. Okay. Any other suggestions? Aileron. Okay. Or Sanic. Okay. I like Aileron. If the dragon gets in a bad mood, sometimes you can pet the dragon. Or feed the dragon.
Oh.
So they'll bring up the Heavenly Messenger and the Heavenly Visitor stuff a lot. Alright, so we move on to our next dungeon here. We gotta get through the desert. Gash is actually going to give us hints about how to kill each group here. What we got to do with these things is you have to find the red one and shoot it. And the rest of them just scatter. You can't use the dragon's breath to take them out because they just reflect it. Most of the enemies here are fairly easy to take out. So we can't destroy this until we have a level 6 laser. Alright, we got a mini-boss here. This thing's a little gross.
こいつも構成生物なのか。どうやって戦えばいいんだ、こんなやつ。
弱点がどこかに隠されてる。撃てば赤く光るはずだ。総合集中攻撃すれば倒せる。頼んだぞ、エイジ。
Gotta figure out which of these is the weak spot. That's gonna hurt. That's got it. There's the weak spot. The toy company's Super Impulse. No, I can't say that I'm familiar with them. Tetris fan. That was close. I opened too many of those vents, unfortunately. And now he's moved his weak spot. So we gotta go through this all over again. There we go. It's always nice when you find it faster. That way you have a place to hide from the vents. Alright, so now they're creating an exit for us.
エイジ、見てみろ。
あれが抜け穴？
そうだ。ちょうどいい。後を追いかけようぜ。
Alright, so we come out in another spot of the desert. Let's see here. If I can remember where I'm supposed to go. Hello there. It's not going to do much damage. Not one of the horned ones. Level 6! Nice! Okay.
ワームの妖精を助けんのか？合成生物なんざほっときゃいいのによ。
いいじゃないか。人助けみたいなものだし。
Gash got his face messed up by a monster, so he doesn't care for the fact that we just saved a monster. Oh well. Oops. Wrong one. Okay. That was not what I meant to do. There we go. I'm trying to remember which of these... One of these routes is drops something. I'm trying to remember which one. Yep. Another swarm.
Edgy! 赤いやつが俺のボスだ。
Oh, I think it's this one. There we go. Alright, we got the pollen. There we go. That ties into something we don't get until, like, Disc 3 or so, I think. So what's your favorite Dragon Rider franchise, and why is it Chronicles of Pern? Swamp rats. Yeah, more or less. Alright. Now where's the oasis here? Here we go. We're coming up on it.
Gash, あれがオアシス。
ああ。だけど水脈への入り口が9世紀の遺物に塞がれてるな。点滅し始めた。他の遺物に同調したんだ。どっかであれと同じような形をした遺物が作動を始めたはずだ。そいつを探そうぜ。
Oop, wrong target. There we go. Dragon Tales because of the nostalgia. Okay. Did they ride the dragons in Dragon Tales? Man, I've never seen the red swarm that fast. That was annoying. Yeah, I knew I was going to get a bad rating on that one. Dragonland is full of dragon. They did ride the dragons on Dragon Tales. Okay. Yeah, I remember the Dragon Tales. I just don't remember them riding... That was on PBS, right? Alright. There's the other target. Now it's open. Okay. Uh-oh. Okay, so we got a status effect which holds us in place now. That's never a good thing. Oh, no new powers this level up. Alright. Let's see here. Do I have to cure that, or is it go away after each? Yeah, okay. So I don't have to use a free action. Okay. Yeah, there's a boss fight where you really go through a lot of those later on. Now, hang on a second. I'll be right back. Give me a brief second here. I will be back shortly. Alright, I am back. I do not know the object show BFDI. I don't know what that is. Oh, that's gonna be painful. Oop, wrong target. How are we doing on time? Okay, we got 15 minutes. All right.
気をつけろ。奴は撃った方向に確実に反撃してくるぞ。
Oh, more of these things. Alright, on our way. If I can stop getting attacked every 5 seconds.
地下遺跡への入り口が砂で塞がれてる。
No, it said buried under the sand.
Yatta! 砂が吹き飛ばされていく。
ここの遺跡を越えれば砂漠も終わり。あとは地下をまっすぐ飛ぶだけだ。気楽に行こうぜ。
地下にこんな空洞があるなんて。なんだこの青いやつは。
廃種？
Oh, this thing.
この規模の遺跡ならもっとまともなやつがいるはずだ。
Oh boy.
まあいい。さっさと片付けて先を急ごうぜ。
Here it comes. Yeah, I know. Feed you, Seymour. Now we can hurt him. Oh, I need a higher gauge charge, of course. Let's try the Phantom Slashers. Oh, this might hurt. And of course it's going to pull this nonsense. Yeah, keep guarding, come on. Such nonsense. Ah. Yeah, you're done for now. Keep it up, buddy. Ah! Stop blocking. Okay, I get it. Weather calls for spears. Can't believe it made me heal twice. Yeah, might as well. All right. And here's our first dragon evolution. Adaptable little dragon, isn't he? Oh, hey! Okay, good to see you, VGV.
Ja, ここからは一人で行く。おかげでなんとか生き延びられそうだ。シーカーってのは冷たいやつが多くてな。約束の時間までに着かなかったやつは死んだことにされちまうのさ。
Yeah, that is a shame. I was just saying, you know, it's extraordinary that this game renders all its environments. None of this is pre-rendered, of course. And every character in this game is voice acted. Like, every single character gets a voice actor. Yeah, I just remember I couldn't find it anywhere when, you know, it was, you didn't hear any much press about it. The gaming magazines were talking about it, but yeah, it was impossible to find. No retailer carried it. I certainly never had a copy. This is my first chance I've ever had to play it is in emulation. Let's see here. So we can pet our dragon. And he's happy. He's a happy dragon. So we now have a level 1 laser. Even the retailers who did get it got like 1 copy. Yeah, I'm sure. Well, I remember having a hard time just tracking down games like Dragon Force and Albert Odyssey. I think, you know, when the Saturn was released, obviously it was $100 more expensive than the PSX, and it had to wait so long before we got anything beyond that initial wave of games. Like, what was it? It was like Clockwork Knight, Bug, Virtua Fighter, and Panzer Dragoon, and that, for a long time, that was all you could buy for the system, if I recall correctly. So this is kind of a neat feature of the game. We can change the dragon's shape and color to get the kind of power we want. And it's level 3 Berserker powers change accordingly. So we can stress agility, attack power, defense, the spiritual power, basically magic, you know. So if anybody has a particular preference here, I just tend to, until a situation calls for something different, I tend to stick it in the center. Well, we're hitting 7 o'clock, so I'm going to save and quit for now. But I might pick this up. Anybody want to see this again next Wednesday? Yeah, I don't. I'm kind of curious how they managed to accomplish this on the Saturn. What distinguishes the way that they rendered this from the PlayStation? How, like, the PlayStation did something like Vagrant Story or Metal Gear Solid. Alright, well, I'm going to put up the VOD for this, and thanks everybody for showing up. I think we'll do this again next Wednesday. Tomorrow's going to be more of Iconoclasts, and Friday I'm going to try and set up a marathon. I'm going to start with a donation to the Minneapolis for bail. What is the Minneapolis Freedom Project? See if we can get people donating to that, or to Black Lives Matter, or to oh, thank you for showing up. I really appreciate it. It is a great game. It is beautiful. I think it's just a shame that it didn't get the support it needed. But yeah, like I said, Friday I'm trying to plan something so I can get like do a marathon and keep going as long as I can, and hopefully encourage people to donate. But that's fine. Just watch and cheer me on. But I'm gonna try and start with a donation. Probably nothing much, but we'll see what happens. All right. Well, I will be back tomorrow with Iconoclasts. More Iconoclasts.